The introduction of any comparative study between Solomon's Temple and the Great Pyramid must begin by setting the historical and cultural context, essential for understanding the grandeur and significance of these two monumental structures. Solomon's Temple, also known as the First Temple, was constructed in ancient Jerusalem in the 10th century BCE and served as the epicenter of Jewish worship and identity. It held the Ark of the Covenant and was a symbol of religious devotion and national identity for the Israelites. The Great Pyramid of Giza, on the other hand, was built around 2560 BCE in Egypt as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. It stands as a testament to ancient Egyptian architectural prowess and their belief in the afterlife. Understanding these structures within their unique historical contexts helps illuminate not only their construction and purpose, but also their broader cultural impacts. The significance of this point is underscored in how these structures reflect the societies that built them. Solomon's Temple represents a center of religious life, emphasizing the monotheistic traditions of ancient Israel. It highlights a society deeply rooted in spiritual devotion, centralized worship, and a connection with the divine. The Great Pyramid, conversely, showcases the Egyptians' focus on the afterlife, the importance of pharaonic authority, and a society that could mobilize immense resources for religious purposes. Two notable examples include the archaeological remnants of Solomon's Temple, which provide insight into Jewish worship practices and the socio-political dynamics of ancient Israel. In contrast, the Great Pyramid's precise alignment with cardinal points and its architectural sophistication continue to fascinate historians and architects alike, highlighting the Egyptians' advanced understanding of mathematics and astronomy. Supporting opinions emphasize the importance of these structures in understanding ancient civilizations. Scholars often argue that Solomon's Temple is pivotal for appreciating the evolution of Abrahamic religions, while the Great Pyramid remains a testament to human ingenuity and the cultural emphasis on the afterlife. However, these historical contexts are not without challenges. Some scholars debate the existence and exact details of Solomon's Temple due to limited archaeological evidence. Similarly, there are controversies surrounding the labor conditions under which the Great Pyramid was constructed. This historical and cultural context sets the stage for further exploration of the architectural, religious, and social aspects of both structures. It lays the foundation for a deeper understanding of how these buildings not only shaped their respective civilizations, but also influenced subsequent generations and cultures throughout history. By grasping this context, one gains a newfound appreciation of these ancient wonders and their enduring legacy. Architectural design and construction techniques are at the core of understanding the unique features and historical significance of Solomon's Temple and the Great Pyramid. These techniques offer a window into the ingenuity and resources of ancient civilizations, bridging a gap between these monumental structures and their cultural contexts. Significantly, they highlight the differences in purpose and technological advancement between the Israelites and ancient Egyptians. Solomon's Temple, as described in biblical texts, was known for its exquisite craftsmanship and use of precious materials like cedar wood and gold. It was a religious edifice intended as a permanent home for the Ark of the Covenant and a central place of worship for the Israelites. Its construction reportedly utilized the labor of tens of thousands and demonstrated sophisticated planning, including the use of timber floating down the river from Tyre and finely carved stone. In contrast, the Great Pyramid of Giza is an epitome of Egyptian architectural prowess, built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. Its construction is a marvel of engineering, with its massive limestone and granite blocks precisely cut and assembled, some transported from hundreds of miles away. This pyramid exemplifies the Egyptians' understanding of mathematics and astronomy, aligning perfectly with the cardinal points and demonstrating structural longevity. These examples underscore the unique purposes served by each structure, one as a sacred temple and the other as a symbol of eternal kingship. The techniques used in the construction of these monuments illustrate the societal values and priorities of their respective cultures. Opinions often highlight the Great Pyramid as an unparalleled achievement of ancient engineering, a symbol of human ingenuity. Solomon's Temple, however, is considered a masterpiece of ancient sacred architecture, reflecting religious devotion and craftsmanship. Challenges arise in the form of limited, direct archaeological evidence for Solomon's Temple, leading to debates about its exact appearance and scale. In contrast, while the Great Pyramid's physical structure is well documented, theories about the methods used in its construction remain speculative and debated among scholars. Connecting these architectural feats to the broader topic, they reflect not only the technological capabilities of their builders, but also the cultural and religious imperatives that drove their construction. These structures influence our understanding of ancient societies, spirituality, governance, and their ability to mobilize resources on a grand scale. By comparing the architectural designs and construction techniques, we gain insight into the diverse expressions of human ambition and creativity across different civilizations. Religious significance and symbolism are integral to understanding the cultural and historical value of both Solomon's Temple and the Great Pyramid, two monumental structures from ancient history. Solomon's Temple, constructed in the 10th century BCE in Jerusalem, served as the central place of worship for the Israelites and housed the Ark of the Covenant. Its very design and location were heavily imbued with religious meaning, acting as a tangible connection between the Israelites and their God, Yahweh. Symbolically, the temple represented divine authority and a chosen relationship between God and the Israelite nation. In contrast, the Great Pyramid of Giza, completed around 2050s, was constructed as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. It was not only a demonstration of the pharaoh's divine status, but also reflected the Egyptians' beliefs in the afterlife, with the pyramid serving as a vehicle for the pharaoh's journey to eternity. The religious significance of these structures is pivotal in comparing them, as it underscores their foundational purposes and the civilization's beliefs that built them. For the Israelites, Solomon's Temple was a singular sacred space that consolidated religious practices and national identity, while the Great Pyramid was one of many that expressed an established tradition of funerary architecture deeply connected to Egyptian cosmology and deification of rulers. A specific example of the religious significance of Solomon's Temple is its role in the Jewish tradition, where it is remembered and revered as a symbol of past glory and divine favor, shaping rituals and prayers, such as during the Jewish festival of Tisha B'Av. Similarly, the Great Pyramid continues to capture the imagination as a symbol of ancient Egyptian technological prowess and religious devotion, seen in its alignment with celestial bodies, which reflects the Egyptians' advanced understanding of astronomy and its incorporation into their spiritual beliefs. Opinions supporting these perspectives highlight the role these structures played in advancing architectural innovation, while also serving as profound religious symbols that guided spiritual and daily life. However, challenges arise due to the lack of comprehensive historical records, leading to debates over the precise details and interpretations of their religious significance. Alternative viewpoints might downplay spiritual interpretations in favor of viewing these structures as expressions of political power. These religious aspects influence other comparisons between the structures, such as their architectural complexity, cultural impact, and the enduring mystery that surrounds their construction methods. Ultimately, examining their religious significance and symbolism offers a window into the ancient societies that built them, revealing shared human impulses to connect with the divine through monumental architecture. The concept of materials and resources utilization refers to how different civilizations handle the acquisition, use, and management of materials and resources in their monumental constructions. In the context of Solomon's Temple and the Great Pyramid, this involves examining the types and sources of materials used, as well as the methods by which they were obtained and employed in these ancient structures. This point is crucial because it highlights the technological, cultural, and logistical capabilities of the societies that built these wonders. offering a window into their worldviews and priorities. For Solomon's temple, as described in biblical accounts, materials like cedar wood from Lebanon and gold and silver were sourced and utilized. The temple's construction reflects the opulence and religious significance attributed to this sacred space by the Israelites. The Great Pyramid, on the other hand, primarily employed limestone and granite, materials sourced from quarries along the Nile and in Aswan. The vast labor force and sophisticated organization required to transport and assemble these resources emphasize the Egyptians' advanced understanding of engineering and logistics. Two examples illustrating materials and resources utilization are the use of forced and skilled labor. For Solomon's temple, labor included conscripts from Israel as well as skilled Phoenician craftsmen, showcasing a blend of local and imported expertise. In contrast, the Great Pyramid's workforce, composed of thousands of Egyptians, was organized into a highly efficient system that many scholars believe involved both paid laborers and seasonal workers, contrary to earlier theories of slave labor. This organized approach to labor and resources underscores the importance of human capital in resource utilization. Opinions vary, but many historians and archaeologists suggest that these approaches to materials and labor reflect not only the technological capabilities of these civilizations, but also their social structures and values. The use of luxurious materials in Solomon's temple can be seen as a reflection of the temple's spiritual significance, while the massive scale and precision of the Great Pyramid reflect the Egyptians' emphasis on eternal life and the pharaoh's divine status. Challenges arise in understanding these ancient practices, given the scarce direct evidence and reliance on historical and archaeological interpretation. Some scholars argue about the extent of foreign influence in Solomon's temple or the exact methods used by the Egyptians. These differing perspectives highlight the complexity of interpreting ancient resource utilization. This exploration of materials and resources connects to broader themes of cultural exchange, technological advancement, and social organization, providing deeper insight into how these two monumental structures symbolize the aspirations and achievements of their respective civilizations. Share, like, and subscribe for more.